Developing tonight, 3 News has learned that the 8 officers who shot and killed Jayland Walker will not testify to the grand jury. Now, this comes as the city and local businesses take safety precautions in anticipation of a grand jury decision. Neil Fisher is in Akron tonight with what we've learned about when that could happen.
Tonight, law enforcement sources tell 3 News that the grand jury decision on whether charges will be filed against 8 Akron police officers won't come until next week.
This is not the prosecutor's call. This is the community members' call to the grand jury.
Law enforcement sources told 3 News Wednesday that the 8 Akron police officers who shot and killed Jayland Walker will not testify for the grand jury. The sources tell us the grand jury has heard from police use of force experts and that the police union attorney will give a presentation to the grand jury. We've also learned that the officers who were at the scene but did not shoot will testify. This all comes as more and more businesses in downtown Akron increase security.
The planned protest is not what we're worried about. It's what happens after the protest, at 2 in the morning when people are still out and they decide to, loot and riot.
Ohio Attorney General Dave Yost told me today that he's okay with folks expressing their opinions and fighting for what's right, but that violence is not the answer.
When you pick up the rock to throw through a window, when you start a fire, when you hurt somebody else, you've crossed the line and you've become a criminal yourself.
Businesses like Twisted Tomato and Daily Pressed remain open, but guarded by wooden boards. Owner Chris Sedlock told me today they lost at least $7,000 in July after windows were smashed during violent protests. But the overall loss was much greater.
Last year, I'd say we were out, 50 grand just on Twisted Tomato in distant sales because the aftermath of people still thinking it wasn't safe to come downtown was prevalent for about 3 or 4 months.
Law enforcement sources tell 3 News that the grand jury decision will likely come Monday or Tuesday. Laura.
All right, Neil Fisher reporting live for us tonight from Akron. Neil, thank you.